My wallet is sobbing. I can hear it. I can hear it in the hall now. It is breaking down, crying.
It turns out that Attila, the arrogant so-and-so, he's got a fake hammer.
Oh, a fake?
Yeah.
Whoa.
As I say, dick.
Welcome to episode 125 of the Order of Legions podcast. Woohoo! We're going tonight with a bit of fiery theme for a fiery subject, which is different 3D sculpts that you can use in the different factions. So we've broken it all down by faction and which sculpts are our favourite for that faction. I think I chose mostly one per faction. Rich, how did you get on?
Some had one per faction, some had maybe three.
Okay.
I don't know about breaking it down. I think it broke me. It's like, you know me and my custom sculpts, so to have to like narrow it down that much. Oh, dear me.
And our recording start time was 45 minutes ago, but we've been chatting here to you for most of that time while you've finished your
yeah, well, I mean, swearing profusely and then trying to move things over and cut things. And yeah, it's been glorious.
Now, to be fair, you have said that you're extremely busy at work, so usually those 5-minute breaks you would take at work to do this didn't really materialize.
I swear normally he's just doing this all the time and there's no work going on.
No, my half-hour lunch break was spent doing some of this and then literally got through the door at like 5 o'clock and he's been doing it up until like 8:20. So
Amazing. And Mal, have you stuck to the one per? How are you going?
Yeah, I actually found this really hard because I've got a terrible memory for anything. So, you know, I don't like me remembering sculpts alike is not going to happen. I'm not I don't have as many or keep track the way Rich does. But I've managed to come up with, one and maybe a couple of honourable mentions for a couple of factions based on stuff I own and stuff I've painted up because I've taken that as well. I obviously really liked that one, didn't I? So
it's going to be House of the Bear, isn't it, Mal? You're on.
Well, that would have been easiest of all of them. Well, as I say, Cosmic as well. A lot of what I've been looking at, I immediately go, that would work for Cosmic, that would work for Cosmic. So
yeah,
Mythics, as much as I love it, has been a back burner for custom stuff, really.
Yeah, I've stuck to mostly ones that I've had the experience of painting as well. So
Yes, and thank you for that, John, because two of the examples that I've used I don't own either of these from you, but I've nicked it off your Instagram.
I've sent the wrong
the painted ones. Like, thank you.
Yeah. So, but we have a couple of things.
I dropped my mop in tissue. Can't get by without that. It's too humid.
So basically, we know how under the cosh Rich is, depending on how much he has to mop his brow.
Yeah.
It's very muggy in the UK at this point. Well, in the Midlands and just below.
So we have a couple of cool things to talk about. First, number one is patron of the show and a friend of ours now, for sure, is TJ Colligan, who did this amazing piece of art based on the show. So thanks very much to that, TJ. Posted it in our Discord during the week. So
fantastic.
I did share it on our Instagram and Facebook, but I think it's worth talking about in the show here as well. Very cool. Kind of captures us mid-recording, even down to the perspective of Rich being slightly further away from his camera than Mal or I. Surely that camera has a zoom function, Rich, no?
It's a work laptop. It's the cheapest they could make, isn't it?
You know what? It's working. And my experience with you is if it's working, don't touch it.
Don't touch it, absolutely. Yeah.
So, thanks, DJ. It's amazing. We will find a way to use that. Maybe we'll put it on a t-shirt or a pin or something. Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, that would be good.
That would be cool. So, I don't know who'd want our faces on a t-shirt necessarily, but there might be one or two sickos out there.
In fairness, those stickers we had with our faces on flew out last.
It's true, but they were free. So,
they were free. That's the point, yeah.
Stickers as well. People like stickers and things like that. So.
Let's see. Pin, maybe a pin would be cool, but even the type of art that actually would work on a pin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. We'll have to speak to TJ and see if he agrees, so we could make some pins out of that. Let's see. See what the cash situation is first, though.
Yeah.
It's bad. With Legions Con coming up. Right.
Every time I say I'm going to spend any more money and I'm going to save money for Legions Con, I then have like 4 boxes of figures arrive.
Oh, yeah.
A week. It's like, oh, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
And we have to pay for our table at Legions Con coming up soon. So that's another thing, you know. So you have to think of all those little things. Another cool thing that's happening.
Another pin.
SDCC. The horsemen are going to be there, probably there by the time this is published. I think it starts today as we're recording, 23rd. Is that right?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah. And they are doing this limited edition black and yellow pin with the horseman logo, with a kind of a dice back. That's the dice in the background, the dice from the game. So this is to commemorate the launch of the role-playing game, and this cool pin is going to be available there. So limited edition. So if someone is there and they can get extras of this pin, I definitely think Mal would be more more accommodating towards them than he would have been if they don't, you know.
John, that's a rumor. Don't start spreading that rumor.
Hugs, Rich.
Hugs, yeah, hugs.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think Jeremy did mention in reply to one commenter on the post that they will most likely do this in different colors in the future. Yeah. So, you know, don't worry. This, if you want to get this pin design, and you're not have to get the STCC colors, then I think you'll have an opportunity to get this down the line. So yeah, pretty cool. And I hope they have a great time at SDCC, and looking forward to more info about the game.
Yes, definitely.
We'll probably talk about that in not next week's episode, because we're actually recording 2 this week, because I'm away on holidays for 2 weeks coming up. So trying to be prepared in advance. And so there won't be any breaking news on next week's episode. So we'll talk about it after that, though. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get to it.
Did you see the horseman said they're taking the Kurzog statue with them to SDCC?
Yeah, that's
going to look impressive.
That's going to stand out, because there's going to be a bunch of people there that, you know, wouldn't have seen that in person.
Oh yeah,
I mean, obviously there's going to be most of the convention, because I guess it's only been at Legions Con, and SDCC is just a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people will see that and be drawn in. I'm sure that's a smart move on their part. And they're also dropping lore stories from Einsmal this week. A bunch of them, more detail on the story. So I think there's going to be 5 short stories. He said 1 every day this week. So I don't know if it's going to be all 5 or into the weekend, but we'd see. And we'll definitely try and have a go at them at some stage in August, maybe, Mal. We'll have a look. Yeah. So fun, but do read them. I think they're going to be really rounding out the story there, and probably make you buy more figures, which is never a bad thing.
I managed to get through the first third of Igraine's story. That's it.
Okay.
Just life's been manic this week.
Yeah.
But that was very good. I was thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, they're really good. I read the first one, but I'm going to save up the rest of them and read them at the weekend. So exciting. So don't have to wait for the for the next episode.
You say that's exciting, John. I'm going to be in Birmingham at the weekend.
Oh,
it doesn't get any more exciting.
Where are you going?
We are going to the aquarium and to several shops to buy stuff for the child, as she's just had a birthday.
Oh, wow.
There's all sorts of like collectible shops and that there. So she loves all of Sanrio and all that sort of stuff. So
you have to pop in Element Games across from Forbidden Planet, where you can check out all your minis and your paints and all that sort of stuff.
I will definitely pop in, because we're definitely going to Forbidden Planet, because she loves Forbidden Planet. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, have fun in Birmingham.
Rich, as do you.
I remember last time I went in and didn't spend money in there. So yes, I clearly like it as well.
Well, that's where you bought the Daredevil that started it all off.
It is.
In Birmingham as well, or?
No, that was a Bristol one.
Okay.
Yeah, which is only just recently reopened. So, yeah. But, we had at least one person comment that Superhero Squad was cool, so I'll take that.
True.
Has that been a success?
I mean, no offense to anyone that was offended by my rude attitude towards you, but I still thought it was funny, you know.
And we have since, or at least I've since said, I think it was as much that Daredevil figure, because seeing some of the others, they're not bad. I can see the appeal of them. I think there's something about that Daredevil figure. It's a bit of a splodge on the page kind of looking figure.
It was one of the very, very first ones they did.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was the first few weren't brilliant. I mean, good enough to get me buying them. And,
they captured your imagination.
Yeah,
didn't they? So.
It's true. I mean, I have loads of bullshit stuff that people probably laugh at, so don't worry about it. Shall we get on to the sculpts then? Because we have a bit of stuff to get through here.
Do it.
Right, so we're going to do them in the order of the factions on the website. So starting with Army of Leodysseus. And let's start with you, Rich.
Just wipe myself down again. Okay. So this is mine, and this is only one. There's no second one for this. So this is a My Action Figure custom sculpt by Kevin Delis. It's one of my favourite sculpts anyone's ever done for any character. It's like a Roman centurion style one, so the helmet's like a Roman centurion. It's got a plume going horizontally, but the plume's got loads of spikes on it. And then there's like a really weathered face underneath it who's looking really stern. So in my canon, this guy is a drill sergeant.
Cool.
Be it for gladiators or the army of Leodysseus. But I thought like, you know, that drill sergeant's that sort of feel you want for Leodysseus. It's such a military faction that you want some utter badass that's going to keep everyone in line.
Very good, yeah. And I should have probably mentioned we're not going to stick to exclusively to stuff that's available. This is our all-time favorites. So if some of them are out of print and you feel the FOMO, apologies, but
yeah, I try my best to stick to. I think all of them are probably. I think of stuff that I've got in hand, sort of thing. But even stuff I hadn't then sold, I didn't include. It's like,
yeah, this is a cool one. Yeah, a lot of personality in it.
Yes, I've actually got an unpainted one of these as well, which I might use for Cosmics or maybe for a different faction in Mythics, but very different. So maybe do the face like a mask or something like that.
Feels like he's going to fit with the Centurion we're getting, doesn't he? Maybe the leader of that lot. I forgot what he's called for, the toe figure we're getting.
Something of Leodysseus. Yeah. I know what you mean. But yeah, fabulous sculpt. I absolutely love this. It's one of my all-time favourites.
Very good, yeah. Mal?
So, yeah, this is... I actually bought this one, shock horror for Cosmic. But then when I was thinking... I said to you guys, I struggle with things like the Knight factions because I don't particularly like... There are some good ones, and I will say there's a lot that in Von Box recently that are really cool. But I tried to sort of avoid Von Box because I've kind of gone with the hopefully I can, if people like them, they can pick them up sort of thing. So this is the Edu, the artificer. Pick an easier word from Prop Masters. There's like 3 or 4 different versions with different hairstyles and a beard. And I just think this is a very cool one. I actually want to get the one with the beard as well. I own this one, unpainted still at the moment, which is why I've used the shots from the website.
And this one is based on Edu, the guy that does the sculpting and Prop Masters.
Yeah. He sculpted himself into.
Yeah, he sculpted himself. He sculpted Zemo, and they've sculpted me. Yeah. The triumvirate.
Yeah, that's really, they've hit the peak of the mountain there, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Rich. And so it's a kind of ponytail guy, kind of short at the sides.
And,
and he's got a kind of a really angry looking face. I'm sure Edu is he seems much nicer over messages anyway when we were chatting last year about doing the sculpts.
I'm guessing the artist look. But he passes, I think, in this sort of look as quite a military looking character. So oldie military. I could see
him in. I always get the kind of Roman vibes from the Army of Leodysseus anyway. So this works for sure. Yeah. Okay, my one is this one from Planetary Dogs Toys. It's the one. Roman general. See, I was teeing myself up there. I know that I think Eric Miller said this is one of his favorite ever sculpts. So tough one to be showing your paint jobs when Eric Miller has done it a bunch of times. But hey, so I've done them a bunch of times as well. As you can see, they disappear straight off the table. These two guys last year, the two on the right here, the red and the blue one, they just went almost immediately off our table when from the rack. And the other guy was the previous year, matching the gladiator body with the green plume. So yeah, just a robe in general, kind of you could paint him in different ways, like with the grey beard, or you could do him almost younger with the non-grey.
Yeah.
Just an excellent sculpt, Sevadom.
Fabulous sculpt. This one, I got one of these painted up. Also, people should be aware, this is one of the things that's been retired this month.
Yes, this is
so if you want it, get in and grab it now.
Yeah, that is by the end of this month, the end of August. So not this month quite yet, but the end of August, this one won't be available anymore. So stockpile it. It's a great head.
And all their Roman and all their gladiator stuff, and the stuff's amazing. Yeah. So yeah, get in there, people.
Another one that'll work with the. I'm going to find out the name of that figure. Carry on now.
The Roman figure coming. With last G-Con wave. Yeah, so not much more I can say about him. Just amazing, yeah. And it's that classic Roman-looking helmet, isn't it, Rich? Yeah.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
With obviously
the golden pride of Leander. So this head could be used
thank you, Mal.
as a general in that army, I reckon.
You could certainly see that, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
As could the one that Rich showed.
Oh, damn it, I need another one of these then before they go out of print. Great.
Okay, Rich, back to you. And we're on to the Legion of Arethyr.
I apologise. There are honourable mentions here, guys, so bear with me. So a gobbo. I didn't think a gobbo would be top of my sculpts, but it is a gobbo. And it's one that Mark Calvo did, available on his website. And this is his painted version on the left there. It's basically a goblin wearing the beard of a dwarf that he's taken and stapled to his face. It's quite grim, but I really like the idea of this goblin pretending to be a dwarf just because he's got a dwarf beard attached to his face. We've got the one open eye, one slightly closed eye, so he's had too many fights. You can see the staples where the beard's attached. But it being a goblin, obviously the beard's a bit too low, so the goblin chin is visible as well. So he's doing a half-assed attempt, basically, at trying to blend in as a dwarf. Lovely sculpt, though. Nose ring and everything. It's a really fun sculpt.
Yeah, that little story with the dwarf is great. It just really brings it out, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
Yeah. And I posted a couple of in a couple of the different groups this week, dedicated to different factions. What's your favorite sculpt for that faction? Like goblins, dwarfs, different. So not exactly in line with what we're doing. But the goblin group was very active on it. So they seem to love their 3D sculpt. The dwarf group as well, but I'd say the goblin group even more. So, Kings Under the Mountain, you need to...
Technically, the dwarf group's represented here by the ripped off beard of one of their members. So.
In a more conflict way, though, Shall we go to the honourable mentions then?
Let's do it. So there are two. So the one on the left is an Orc Witch from My Action Figure Customs. This was Jim Panson Creations who did this for them. And then the picture on the right is the painted up one that I've got.
That's awesome. I wouldn't.
There's like a Day of the Dead sort of paint.
Witch doctor kind of.
Yeah, so she's like my Orc Witch doctor type sort of figure. Beautiful sculpt. There was big feather headdress, long hair, but the orc tusks sticking out the front, the pointy ears, a huge forehead, which enables you to do cool paint jobs and that sort of stuff with it. And then a little bird skull that helps connect the feathers into the actual hair itself. It's a really beautiful sculpt. I love it. And the paint job on the one that I've got. I apologize, the picture's a bit blurry, but it's one of my favorites. And then the guy on the right is this was a Noble Bear and Prop Masters combination. So I don't think they did it last year, but for a couple of years they did exclusives for Legions Con that you could pre-order in advance and then pick it up. So this is the first one they did. So it's I think it was described as an ogre butcher.
Right.
It's got a very, very Warhammer feel to it. So there's an ogre head with like just massive teeth. The lips are pulled back. There's a big jowl hanging up underneath. And he's got like a leather or a skin mask over sort of thing. It's a really brutal looking head. But it's awesome. And you can't get it anymore, so sorry if anybody wants it. I've got one that David Williams painted up for me to use on a Decebalus book. So it's not a vampire, but it's that sort of skin tone. Because there was a character in Warhammer, the Ogrins in Warhammer, that was called like the Death Butcher or something like that. That was the sort of whitey colour with a black mask. So I've had it painted like that. And if it had more time, I'd have got a photograph of it. But I didn't. So this is a picture of one that somebody else painted.
Yeah, looks great. Okay, Mal, we move over to you for Arethyr.
Yep. So,
all right.
I went with the Forest Flayer, and it's part of it. It was originally you could get this from Legion shop, and it was part of a set. Which and one of the first things I picked up, and it's still one of my favourite things, and I'm really pleased. This is my painted version of it, and really pleased with how it came out. I pretty much copied. I didn't copy exactly a tutorial that Jeremy Gerard did. And yeah, it came out really well, and I just think he sums it. He's sort of got that demony, demonic element. I thought he could possibly fit in Legions of Arethyr, or possibly Poxxus, or even no, Poxxus was the other one I thought he might fit in, but I went with Legions of Arethyr as like a demon, So yeah,
and it appears to be a demon that's in the middle of killing Bryophytus, so that's good.
Well, I used the Bryophytus body, and it was the first time I used skeleton arms as like meant to be like branches of a tree. So,
I really like him out. It's such a bonkers sculptor, like a tree man sort of top, and then just like the tentacles and that coming out underneath.
That's it.
Full on
and
crazy sculpt.
Quite an easy paint job as well. You could undercoat it black and lots of dry brushing, and it was really effective. So yeah.
This is just a cool use of the Bryophytus buck for a custom, Rich. So
Okay, let's go with that.
get those other ideas out of your mouth.
I still have a Bryophytus. I do have one upstairs.
Yeah. Did you say, Mal, but this? I think this is available at Wolf King still.
Yes, you can get the head at least at Wolf King. I'm not sure if you can get the other bits, although people can't see the other bits on there anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it was the hands and feet, wasn't it, Mal, with the other bits?
Hands, feet, and a backpack sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because John painted up some of those hands and feet for me for a couple of my treatment.
Oh, that was those. Okay, they're cool. Yeah. Okay, and my one for Arethyr is Planetary Dog again. Zombie Orc.
This was almost on my list. This is an amazing sculpt.
Yeah, so Orc, Legion of Arethyr, no brainer there. Okay, Zombie Orc, so you could start to get into the Undead faction, but I think we're still in Legion of Arethyr here, And yeah, I just did 2 examples there of ones I'd painted before. Fury Orc color, regular Orc color. So yeah, it's basically an Orc that's got a bit of his skull broken off. He's got the side of his mouth. You can just see the sinews connecting his jaws together. And one of his eyes is missing. All the kind of flesh is on view behind there. There is a version of this where the eyeball's hanging down as well. I think I painted one of them as well, but I couldn't find the picture on my phone. So I went with these 2, which is, it's awesome.
I love sculpts with the eyeballs hanging out but still attached. It's so disturbing. And you don't even have to do it really gorily. They just look disturbing.
And you can see it there in one of the
in the
unpainted ones, the bottom right one there. Yeah, so this one is a no-brainer for Legion of Arethyr. So next we're going to move on to Eathyron.
So this is my choice. This is The Fallen from Wolf King Customs. It's one of the God's Fire series that Emil sculpted, and him and Stephen Busciotti came up with the story. It's a fabulous sculpt. It's a human wearing a helmet that you can have without a faceplate, or as the picture on the right shows, you can get like a skeletal faceplate really cool to go over it. And the idea is that, let's say he's fallen, it's high and mighty, gone down. But the helmet itself, there's so many intricate little lines and curves in the armor and bits that stick out and that sort of thing. It's a fabulous sculpt. So the two on the left are mine that I had painted, and then the one on the right, I just nicked a picture off Wolf King's website.
Very good. Yeah, that's a good one. This whole Godfire series could definitely fit into Eathyron in different places, yeah. For sure.
I think they'd also fit into some of the newer, one of the Arethyr faction as well, with the styles of helmets and things in there.
It would actually, Mel. That's a good point. Yeah, actually, there'd be a lot of Emil sculpts in particular, be it Von Box or some other stuff, where those helmets would absolutely fit into the Arethyr faction.
Just to jump ahead to something later on, but yeah.
Eathyron for you, Mal?
Yeah, again, I own this sculpt. I own him without the cross on his patch, because again, I bought it for Cosmic. It's the General, again, sculpted by Emil for Wolf King Customs. He's got a good old mutton chops and looks like a classic British general. But he's missing an eye with a patch and the side of his face is all scarred up and burnt. It's just such a characterful sculpt, and there's a bunch of these on this sort of characterful sculpts on the Wolf King site, and he's one of the best in my opinion.
Yeah. I would have picked this guy, but I presumed one of you two would. So I left him off. It's an incredible sculpt.
Yeah, it's great, yeah. It's even the scar detail and everything's so much fun to paint him.
Yeah. I need to get around to painting him, I really do.
Cool. My one for Eathyron is the Franciscan Friar from Calvo Custom Creations. Also, I think this is a Moe sculpt, isn't it, Rich?
No, it's a Jason Rodriguez sculpt.
Oh, it's a Jason Rodriguez sculpt. Okay. But Mark Calvo has it, and this is also his painted version that he posted recently.
So good, that painted version.
Yeah. Looks great.
Mark's such a good painter. Such an artist, I should say.
Of course, Eathyron works perfectly. Mm-hmm. You can have a friar, monk type dude. I have this sculpt, but not painted yet, and definitely going to maybe do a friar tuck custom or something similar, yeah. Could do with the smiling version maybe for friar tuck, but hey.
Well, somebody could have taken his beer, so he's furious.
Yeah, battle friar tuck, yeah.
I've got a ginger head, one of these, that's my Dark Templar priest.
Right.
Monk.
Did you have honourable mentions for Eathyron, Rich?
I did, John, yes. One of which is this. So there we go. And then the other one, and I can't for the life of me remember who did the sculpt, so apologies, but it's a horse knight. So it's a horse wearing a knight's helmet, looking very angry. And this version was painted up by Mark. Again, his paints. I will 100% get one of these from Legions Con. I need to order one in advance. You can do it like normal size or ogre size, and it's just an angry horse, but he's wearing a knight helmet. You know me and my anthropomorphic stuff. It's just like, well, that's cool. So you can get the ogre size and shove him on a rucksack, or you can get a 1.0 and put him on something else. So.
That's what it looks like here, I think, is it?
It is, yeah. It's on a rucksack out there.
Right, moving on to the opposition to Eathyron.
Yes, the Congregation of Necronominus. So this is another My Action Figure Customs. Sorry, everybody. There's a lot of stuff that you can't get anymore. So this is a Kevin Deli's print again, and this is a zombie foot soldier whose face is sort of melting off. So he's got like just a really plain helmet, but it's battered to hell. His eyes are big and bulging, so that real sort of zombie look. The flesh is all like either melting or sunk right into his face. He's got a scraggly beard, and he's got his tongue hanging out like a dog that's tired, but in a more sinister way. I need to get mine painted up. I don't have mine painted up yet, but I've seen like Dennis Derby did a great one. A couple of other people have painted this. It's for just an undead foot soldier. It's a really, really lovely sculpt.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, very cool. Do you have honourable mentions for the congregation? Shall we go straight to them then?
So the one on the left is one that John painted. So it's a Planetary Dog Toys mummy. I think it's called Ravenous Pest or something like that. It is,
yeah.
Yeah. And they did a few different versions of it, but this one's he's got the bandages over his face, but he's screaming, like full on screaming, in anger, and the eyes are wide. The colours usage on are great, but it's a brilliant sculpt. I've got one as a mummy in my collection as well. And then the one on the right is a teal titan sculpt. So again, no luck anybody getting this now. But it's an undead ogre head. So I've had it painted to match up with Decebalus.
Yeah.
So he's lost his nose, his horns are snapped off, the skin's beginning to peel away on his face. I need to do a bit of dremeling to a Decebalus torso and maybe to one of the arms. Bloody that up a bit and then shove that head on. But it's
nice.
Like a zombie ogre demon coming towards you. That's enough to make you mess your britches.
And that's all the honourable mentions?
That's all the honourable mentions.
Excellent. Right, Mal, over to you.
So I cheated.
You did blatantly cheat, sir.
Yeah, because I'm just not that fussed. I mean, I'm loving, as I say, they're turning me into liking the Congregation, Necronominus, and the skeletons, and the new skeletons are all awesome. But I'm just not that fussed by, a lot of the sort of sculpts that are undead and all that. I don't know what it is because I'm not anti-undead. So what I went with the Von Berg Studios Butcher's helmet. That is one of the helmets he's made for skeletons, and
right.
It was also an opportunity to show off something I painted recently as well.
Yes, really nicely done as well.
Yeah, it's got like a skin face, the face skin sort of pulled across a metal helmet with hooked onto it, and it's a funny one because I say I don't like the undead stuff, but I don't mind a bit of gruesome, like this kind of gruesome. But I don't know what it is, the zombies and all that. But I love these sort of, this one particularly, and that Brian has done, I think, is fantastic. So,
yeah, it's really cool and great paint job there.
Sculpt.
Right, me. It's Mummified Ravenous Pest. A couple of versions there, so that's the version that you posted.
I was going to say that's the same one I grabbed, wasn't it? Yeah.
I will say, if I'd known this existed and I'd owned it, I might have gone for this one. This is a cool idea. I do like this.
And you get the two versions there. The one mouth closed is kind of cool as well. It's kind of a scary, cheesy grin.
Is that the one I bought off you, John?
I think so, yeah. Or I don't know if this is one I painted and you said, can you do one like that?
Yeah.
With the blue eyes. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that one that I got off you for, I'm going to eventually get around to doing Star Wars Bounty Hunter tributes, and that's going to be my Dengar head.
Cool. Yeah, well, I don't have these heads anymore, so they were sold at Legion's Con, so somebody has them out there. Don't think I saw them posted, but that doesn't mean anything. People don't always post stuff. So, but a great sculpt. I think it's been and gone from Planetary Dog now, unfortunately.
It has, yeah.
But I think I still have a couple of unpainted ones. So, yay me!
Hit him up, people.
Yeah, what I would say is that everyone should post anything on that they do custom wise, even if they use other people's stuff, because that's the best part of the Cabal is seeing everyone's cool creativity and art, and nobody should worry about the level they operate at either, because even it's not about that, it's about how cool it looks in general and the concept and the ideas, and if you've enjoyed doing it. So.
Yeah, it was like those questions I asked in the different groups. I mean, they got loads of responses. Do them with pictures and stuff like that, and it's more than maybe you would usually get. So people are excited about this kind of stuff. And probably the reason they're in a lot of the groups is to follow this and the news, of course, from the Horsemen.
Yeah.
Rich, over to you for the flock.
So, flock, it's about nature, isn't it?
Yes.
And they can't all be tree-hugging hippies. So this is a badass reindeer warrior who's going to be taking names and kicking ass, or whatever the phrase may be. This is a Jason Rodriguez sculpt. And this is mine that I had painted up by Simon Crow. He's just really gnarly. So it's a reindeer with really probably non-reindeer like antlers because they're so gnarly and pointy and that sort of stuff. And then he's got like a leather strap around his face and earrings and a nose ring. It's just a great sculpt. Yeah, he won't actually be in my Xylonus flock. I'm going to use him in a more of a Father Christmas army type way.
Well, you do have your own custom factions, yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Cool. Any honourable mentions here?
I do have a couple of honourable mentions.
Mushroom folk, of course.
I had to get a fungi person in. I couldn't have done it without a fungi person. I should say, actually, as well, none of the sculpts that I commissioned are in here. So I've got a fungi one as well, but I didn't put it in because it was like, nope, let's show other people's stuff. So this is a Toy Forge. Forge. They went French there for a second. Head, and it's your archetypal little mushroom fella. So stern looking face. He's got the veins underneath the cap, which you expect, and then the sort of toadstool red and white dots sort of thing. So it's a cute little mushroom, but look at his face. He's going to stab you dead.
He sure is, yeah.
Yeah. And then on the right, I had to get a minotaur in there as well. I got loads of different minotaurs in my collection. There's some brilliant sculpts out there, but I think this is probably the best. So this is, I think, another Jason one. It is, yes, another Jason Rodriguez one. And this is still available. It's called Fastos, the Minotaur was the name. PH, Fastos. It's just like it's a big head. You put it on a 1.0 and it's a big head. He's got the horns, you can either paint them, I think, like he's wearing armor over them, or that he's chiseled part of it to sort of look. And he's got a big nose ring and then braided beard, which I think is a really cool look for a Minotaur sort of thing. So yeah, another great.
Tons of braids here, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Here we go.
Right, Mal, I know you're going to have some cute critter here.
Well, I only seem to own the one. I mean, there are loads out there that could have, and I do like the little creatures particularly, but this is the only one I seem to own. So I had to go, well, this must be this was the one. And this is the flying fox that you can get. I think originally it was Legion shot, but now again, Wolf King Customs. Again, I think there's like there's feet you can get that match him, and yeah, right. He's just cute, isn't he? He's just and fits.
And the big black eyes here make him look even cuter.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's it, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah, it's an extremely cute sculpt.
Yeah.
Before now, that's been on my photography table going, yeah, I'm going to sell it. And then it's like, no, it's too cute. Got to keep it. I'll find something to do with it.
Well, I've got the one with the flying cap on as well of this, because again, I want to use that in Cosmic. So
yeah,
I really like it. There are a bunch more recent ones as well that I do want to pick up, but as I said to you guys, I've got a huge box of stuff under here that needs painting before I start buying too much more. So yeah.
Yep. Right, my one for the flock.
Yeah,
we're missing a walrus from the flock. Another Planetary Dog Toys, but you know, they do great sculpts. This isn't actually a Sebadom sculpt, but it's a sculptor that he commissioned or got some work from to put up on their site.
I think this is still available as well, isn't it? I don't think it's retired.
Yeah, I checked. These ones are this wave of animals. We did talk about them a lot back in the early days of the podcast, because I think they went up that first year we were doing this. It's just a super cool head, and it fits so. I've never had a sculpt it's not hollow. It's got a little pin coming out of it that goes into the neck hole, and it fits perfectly on these bodies, the knight bodies, really, really well. So you can put them on all sorts of figures. The one on the left there is a full custom I sold at Legion's Con 2 years ago. And the right, I think it's the same head. I just did a close-up. Or maybe did that head again last year in a very similar way. But yeah, cool. And I remember looking up walrus eyes on Google to see what was. In case I did a massive faux pas. But they honestly look like your eyes after you've had a bad hangover. You know, they're kind of bloodshot around the corners and then just black in the middle. So, yeah, great sculpt there.
I was going to say that reindeer head of mine has got purple eyes because Simon, who painted it, again researched reindeer eyes. And was like, oh, they sort of look purple in certain lights. Like, go for it. That sounds awesome.
Right, I'm excited about this next one, Rich, because it's your favorite faction,
Oh, yes.
the Brood. So,
So,
wow.
so there's a couple of honorable mentions, as you can tell here. So the winner is the one in the middle, who aren't getting painted up at the moment, but I've been asked for it to be painted exactly like that. So, but with a little bit of blood running down the side of his mouth. So basically, it's a super fat obese vampire, which shouldn't be terrifying, but the sculpt and the way it's done is just really terrifying.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's sculpted by our friend Jen Art, and it's available through Josh Brown Customs and Rocket Fist Customs. But yeah, just such a cool, the idea of a vampire that just drinks so much blood that he just goes really fat is so cool.
Yeah, he just looks like he's not going to compromise. He's going to eat you even if he's full.
Yeah, yeah, just keeps going. And I'm getting one of Toy Forge's fat chest plates painted to go with him as well.
Nice.
And then the two honorable mentions. So on the right is a Mark Calvo sculpt. It was done to be his version of Goldar from Power Rangers, but it's a vampire. It's got massive sharp teeth, then a Goldar type helmet and horns, but there's ridges on the horns, and it's just, I couldn't find the painted picture of the vampire one, but it's incredible sculpt. That amount of teeth is just quite scary, and the fact that he's screaming, it's just got like this rage. He's I think I've described him as Psycho Vampire Lord in my lore on this, because he's just a lunatic.
You wouldn't be wrong.
No, and then the one on the left is one that I posted recently, actually, on the Cabal and Instagram. And this is a Blackbeard Tatch vampire print, and it's a vampire whose lower jaws open out. It's almost like a Predator or Blade 2 type sort of look, where the jaws pop out open. But again, massive teeth, screaming, and just the really big ears. There's something about the vampires. Little ears look really cool, but the really big ears look great on them as well. And he's got that sort of pushed up, squished nose effect as well. And I got a wonderful painted one of these from Dirk Designs at last year's Legions Con.
Excellent.
Yes, so there's lots of great vampire sculpts out there. Everybody go Illythia.
Yeah.
But these are three of the best.
Congrats on keeping it to 3 there.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't got more than 3 on anything. I've restrained myself.
I thought you might go ham on the Illythia's Brood, but obviously,
no,
you're afraid of me.
Yeah, basically.
Mal,
yes,
stick to the brief again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny because there are loads of really cool vampire sculpts.
There are, yeah,
but I don't always think that they actually complement and fit with the Horseman's version of vampires. Funnily enough, I think Rich's winner there actually really does. It's just a fat version of what they look like. And this guy, I'm not sure he does really. And I've bought him again to use in Cosmic, but he's such an awesome sculpt anyway, and an awesome vampire sculpt. It's all teeth. It's, animalistic. It's cool. It's the Bitey McHurty, aka Little Bitey sculpt from Wolf King Customs. Again, I think it might be an Emil sculpt. And
it is, yeah.
And
it is, yeah.
As I say, I kind of think you could he possibly could complement Varg, maybe.
Yeah.
But he's just a cool head sculpt and all teeth.
It's a proper lunatic head sculpt. I bought a painted one from Wolf King that David Williams had painted, and it was just really pale, almost white, but with bright red eyes. And I'm actually using it on a McFarlane Red Lantern body. It's one of my Red Lantern corps.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Because it's a vampire, so the blood and the red eyes and everything. So it's just a brilliant sculpt.
Yeah, as I say, I've bought it to use for Cosmic at some point. No idea what yet, but I will.
I went with Wolf King and Emil as well. So this is Wolf King, Lord of the Vampires. This is the first open-mouthed vampire sculpt I remember seeing in the 3D community. And so this, I think the pictures are from the Wolf King website. So that's obviously the render of the sculpt on the right, and then the painted picture I think is Emil's painted one. So yeah, just a classic vampire, the teeth open, There was another vampire that he did originally with the mouth closed. I guess this is a version of that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think he called this like Angry Vampire or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that was the actual name.
No, Lord of the Vampires is the name of it. On the
Oh, is
website.
it?
Yeah.
I'm sure they called it an Angry one. Or maybe that's just a
Could have
sort of
changed the
Viking
name.
use. Yeah.
Yeah, they could have changed the name over time, yeah. I know Len has done a lot of work on having names for all the stuff, so
Yeah.
I completely forgot about this sculpt, actually. I used to have one painted red that I use as a demon rather than a vampire.
That's cool.
there we go. What's the next faction? The next faction is my favorite.
Your favourite.
Yeah.
And I've not got any honourable mentions, John, so clearly not my favourite.
Boo.
So this is a Borderland Horde sculpt.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who sculpted. I'm presuming Gian because he sculpts most of their stuff. But it's a human mage with a hood. This one is the one I just bought recently off Derek Stringer, wonderfully painted. He's got feathers coming out the side of his hood. I'm not sure how they're attached, but they're there. And he's also got a triangle. So those who are watching the video have now seen me do a triangle on my forehead.
The Illuminati.
Yeah, Illuminati thing, basically. Yeah,
Yeah, because the people that are listening to it on audio and can't see the screen are going to be helped by you doing the triangle on your head.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? There we go.
He's got a triangle.
Yeah, so an Illuminati look. So there's the triangle attached with a rope, and then an eyeball.
Seeing
in the
eye
middle of
in
the
the
forehead.
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Superb.
it's fabulous. I love it.
Yeah. It's very cool. Yeah, and very Convocation of Bassylia, so
Yeah.
on the money.
I think you could probably go Circle of Poxxus if you went a lot darker with the tones and that sort of
Yeah,
stuff. But it
totally.
definitely could.
Totally.
But I think that's the thing about these two factions, so Bassylia and Poxxus, is that either character could be easily gone to the other one, you know, with just a small change. Mal, you went with this one.
Yes, I couldn't. So I ummed and ahed over whether this fit in with perhaps Army of Leodysseus or Eathyron or into Convocation. I think I like the idea of him in Convocation, and he's a dwarf mage. I can't remember if that's what the sculpt was called. I did have a look on and it's from the Toy Forge, our good buddy Anthony. And I did look on his website, and I couldn't see it on there. So Anthony, you'll have to let us know and let people know. If and I love it. It's an awesome sculpt. The minute I saw it, I had to own it. We don't have many hooded dwarves, or we didn't at the time. And just everything about it's awesome. It's
I
the
still
one.
have this in my pile to paint.
Yeah. This is the one that's
great.
got the shield that you made fun of me having a big gold penis on the shield. But I actually
That
think
was an
it's quite
amazing
good
penis
still.
shield.
Now to be called Demon Wang Shield.
Yeah. and he's still not finished. I need to get a little skirt piece and a cloak for him to finish him off, really. But
Little cloak
that
to
for the
hide his
shield?
penis.
little
Right. I went with this sculpt, so Planetary Dog Toys King Hadar for Bassylia. Sticking with the cat team, Balam, one of our favorites, is one of the big guys in the Convocation, so I thought, why not? They could have this lion dude, so it's a lion sculpt from Sebadom. Here are the ones I've done in the kind of a frost theme, so I was originally thinking of putting this in the Northern Folk faction, but then I got another one for that I really wanted to include, so I'm putting them in here in Bassylia, and I think it could work. Could also work in the regular lion paint job. I've painted this sculpt a ton of times. I mean, a ton of times.
gifted me one of them.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was the first Legions Con we met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a painted one from you as well, John.
Yeah, and I still have some fiery ones left over from last year, so they'll be there again this year at Legions Con, and I might even have some I haven't painted, so that's how much I liked this sculpt.
There's still a version of this available, I think, on Planetary as well. This original one's gone, but he did like an updated one.
Oh yeah, the one that kind of goes over and it has the hair kind of going this way. Yeah.
Yeah, so people like this, then that's still available, so get on and grab that.
Very cool. Back around to you, Rich, for Poxxus. Excited to see here. Ooh.
This is a good one.
Yeah, so this is a Wolf King. I think Emil sculpted again. It's part of the God's Fire series.
Yeah.
So this is a human demon combo, basically. I think the storyline is that it's a human that to save his life agrees a pact with the demon, and the demon slowly starts taking him over. So half the face is human with normal hair, normal human face, and then the other side of the face it looks like Two-Face, or almost from the Batman sort of thing. It's like sort of burnt flesh. The teeth are showing through because the gums have gone. There's just sinews on the side of the face, and then a couple of demon horns coming out the side. I love this sculpt. I love it so much.
Is this your one?
This is my one, yeah. So Jack Mitchell in the UK painted this up for me. So he's my Sir Jerry Moore, which I think the character's called in God's Fire. It's
very cool.
It's what you expect from Poxxus. It's like, they've got demons, they've got wizards. It's just the evil sons of guns.
And is this any honourable mentions here for you then?
There is, yes. There's one honourable mention, I think.
Another demon.
This bad boy. So this is an ogre demon.
Right.
So this is my action figure customs one, sculpted by Kevin Delis. And it's called Ziminar. And it's just a archetypal demon. That's my painted one on the left there. I had him painted to go on to
Archimedes.
No, it was a McFarlane figure.
Okay, then we don't care.
It wasn't Doomsday, but it was that. So he's like basically a ogre warlock sort of thing. Although I've put him, so in my circle of box sense.
Is it the death metal version of Doomsday?
Yes, I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, that one that weighs a ton.
Devastator or something like that.
Devastator,
like that. Yeah.
And it weighs an absolute. It's like a brick.
It's a chunky boy. Yeah. Yes. So again, it's just got the giant but really detailed demon horns.
That's
horns coming out of the cheeks. A couple of chin spikes and the big ears. Love this sculpt.
That's great.
So yeah, that's Jack Mitchell again. Bless him. He did a corking job.
Excellent, Mal. I think you and me might have a snap here.
Well, I think it's the perfect.
And I left it off because I presumed one of you two would have it. So
it's the perfect circle of Poxxus dwarf sculpt, isn't it? It's got a skull cap that's got patterns of metal and whatever on, and then he's just a face full of snakes, and snakes holding his eyeballs, and it's the Cursed from Von Berg Studios. I have him. I haven't gone anywhere near painting him yet because he's intimidating as heck. But
I painted him, so here we go.
Yes, you did very, very well as well.
And I see cool. I still have it, so maybe this year somebody can...
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's such a cool sculpt. Such a cool sculpt.
Yeah.
It's bonkers, isn't it?
It's out there, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like crazy genius sculpt sort of thing. It's just there.
Yes, you can see on the sculpt, on the painted one here, just if you look at the ears and kind of behind it, you can kind of see the still elements of the human or whatever was there. Yeah. So it was only when I was painting it that I kind of realized that and thought, that's probably a good idea. Then it looks even more like, oh no, what's going on here? I
mean, it's such an amazing sculptor because obviously the beard's turned into snakes.
Yeah.
But then the snakes holding the eyeballs as well, coming out of the eye slot. It's just crazy,
killer, isn't it?
So just kind of showing that it's, how would you say, it's integrated into the head. It's not just
it's not just his beard. It's all through his head.
It's
kind of grown together like weeds. Ooh. Yeah. So well done, Brian.
Real, wouldn't it?
Great job there. And that is his kind of sweet spot, isn't it? He
does nightmare fuel, and he's
pretty good at the old nightmare fuel.
I've said to him, he does the best dark fantasy sculpts of utmost respect to everyone else. He does the best. Yeah. They're just nuts. They're just
right. Shall we move on to?
Let's get this horrific one out of the way, John.
A nice, easy.
You have
more chill faction. Oh, look! It's House of the Noble Bear, and Rich has some honourable mentions.
Just one. So the two pictures on the left are the same sculpt.
Okay.
So that's...
I thought you just badly cropped the second one.
No. I try and fit them all on the same page. I was worried about having more than one slide and getting told off by you, John. Yeah, so the head on the left, this would be my first choice. So this is the Asker Bjorn head from Wolfkin Customs. I didn't make a note if you sculpted it, apologies, but it's your typical sort of Viking head, long braided beard, winged helmet, but the helmet covers the face like really well. It's like a strap across the cheeks and then a strap going up the nose and between the eyes. This is a great sculpt. I'm going to use it eventually when I get it painted as an angel, which I think it'll work well as like a screaming angel coming down.
Cool, yeah.
And then my honourable mention, and there's two pictures because the only one I could find of the one I've got, which is the one with the helmet and the big horns, was such a bad quality picture. I had to get the same head sculpt, but without that. And it's a dwarf head sculpt. It's by Blackbeard Tatch. It's like a proper big round-nosed dwarf. I do like those. Braided beard, big sticky out moustache, which is great as well. And then the bald-headed version is on the right there, but the one that I've got is the one in the middle where it's got a, quite frankly, ridiculous helmet. It's like ram's horns, but like the ram must have been like 20 feet tall because they're just huge and they just blow back.
I also get Jester vibes off it, if you know what I mean.
I got vibes.
Well, he is in the House of the Noble Blair, so that prove it.
Although jesters could fit in the House of the Noble Bear, I think.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
very cool. Do you have that one painted?
I do not. No. I still need to. That's on the next to somebody sort of list. Yeah.
And what faction will be going in your actual collection?
I have a faction called the Dwarven Rangers, so he's going to be going in there.
Didn't think he'd make the cut for the House of the Noble Bear in reality. So.
I try not to do customs for the Noble Bear if I can. Although I haven't said that, I got about 6. But that's neither here nor there. One of which will be for sale at Legions Con, everybody.
Right, Mal, don't let me down here. You have to have an honourable mention.
I had an honourable mention. Ironically, this is the one where I've got 2 sculpts here that no one can get anymore. And I wish I owned more of the honourable mention. House of the Noble Bear, pretty much all the sculpts I own are probably aimed at House of the Noble Bear because most of them are dwarves or
cosmic
men or cosmic. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's it's something I've thought, that's a cool. So yeah, the honourable mention is, I forget what he was called. I think it was something like the Dwarf Slayer or something like that.
Yeah.
From Planetary Dog Toys. It's still the best dwarfs. Well, because one of them I've got later is probably my favourite dwarf sculpt, joint favourite dwarf sculpt. But it's got his typical Warhammer giant slayer dwarf, huge beard, huge mohawk, big old bushy eyebrows, half his head, most of his head shaved. Oh, it's just badass. And as I say, I wish I owned more than the one of that, and that I could paint a few different ways and use for different things.
Yeah,
but
I've got to paint one of these. He's great.
Yeah.
Is this one of the ones you did in different colours, John, as well?
Yeah, I did a fire and a ice one.
Yeah, I thought I remembered that.
Yeah, it's and the other one, and then my actual choice is Savage Hero from Mass Customs, and this was when Mass Customs had his own website, and it's my Barbarian custom, one of the first heads I painted, flesh tone definitely, and it's sort of a serious He-Man sculpt. Ends up looking a bit Conan the Barbarian as well, which is what I saw as soon as I saw it, and it's short shoulder length, kind of a bob. Very serious face. You have to excuse the gammy eye on him. But I can't paint that. Anyone else?
It's a stern face, Mal. He's got his eyes have narrowed on the man that he's angry with.
But yeah, it's just an awesome head sculpt. Proper, badass barbarian head sculpt.
Well, just to annoy you, Rich, I got 3 here for. So.
They're all good sculpts, in fairness.
I forgot about the anything posable one.
Yeah, I went anything posable, Noah Pratt, the Natural Gate. So is one I painted up. Everyone had done such cool paint jobs on him. And I mean, Noah's so good at the Caucasian skin tones, all the skin tones. So I did a darker skin color on him. Works, I think, still. Very cool sculpt. Yeah, Dwarf, you could use him on a Barbarian, I think, as well. Wolfkin Customs Chit Chat. So that's a great sculpt and great to paint as well. So much detail between the hair and the wrinkles on the face and stuff.
That is my other favourite dwarf head sculpt. That and the Slayer. Those two are the best sculpts out there in my opinion.
That's the one that Emil did on a live chat, wasn't it? People were throwing him suggestions and that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty impressive. And Planetary Dog Toys, Thorstein. So I think he's a classic looking Viking / barbarian.
Of all their Thorsteins, that is without a doubt the most boring one, John.
Really?
All the other ones got
really
big skull helmets and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I've got the one with
I haven't painted those.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I've got.
So there you go.
Skull helmet.
I think those three are definitely well worth adding to your Noble Bear faction.
Agreed.
Sons of the Red Star, Rich.
Yes. So this is my favourite sculpt ever.
Wow.
This is a sculpt called the Warlord, sculpt from my Action Figure Customs. Again, I didn't make a note of who did it. Sorry. I've got like 3 of this guy, I think, in different colours and that sort of stuff. I'm guessing it's meant to be like an undead barbarian type thing, but obviously it could be a Sons of the Red Star and just like goes and causes trouble sort of thing. So it's one of these. I got a real thing about helmets where they have lots of little eye holes. So in practical terms, they'd be useless, but as a cool looking thing, they're great. So he's got loads of little eye holes at the front. He's got a head ridge. He's got horns coming out the side. And then you can see from his face that it's either battle damage or possibly undead. So the flesh has started going, the teeth are exposed, the gums have gone back. And then the one on the right I had painted to match a Poxxus. So that's part of my little crew of the Ghosts of Unismorn. Yeah.
Very cool. Any honorable mentions here?
Yes, I do have a couple. So on the left is Immortal Collections. Their Oni sculpt. They did a few different Oni sculpts, and this is one of them. It's got one jagged pointy horn, one broken off. He's got a cool ponytail. He's got a third eye in the middle of his forehead, and then lots of really sharp pointed teeth / tusks. A couple of different color variants there. I think I've got both those color variants. Really great. And then on the right is an orc samurai. I was trying to think, I love this sculpt. Again, it's one of my favorites. And I was trying to think, that's painted by David Williams. It's like, how can I get it into a faction? It's like Sons of the Red Star. There we go. Yeah. So, typical samurai helmet, but a very cool one with an orc with huge big tusks.
Yeah, that is it Yoshani Kari?
Yeah, it would go well in that sort of look.
Go well in that, as one of his buddies. Right, Mal. Oh, look at that. I recognise one of those.
You know. So I think I've got a bit left field here, but I actually think they'd both work perfectly. So the honourable mention is the Clown Goblin. This one is painted by and bought from Calvo Customs. I mean, Mark, he's as I said already, he's an incredible artist and he can paint this way better than I could, so I had to buy one off him. I actually, having thought of this, might want to buy a second one off him because my original plan was to use this for Cosmic, but I actually think he'd fit really well in Sons of the Red Star as, the travelling circus, but actually it's a bit, stealing and evil and corrupt. And this isn't just to kiss your ass. I think this is an awesome sculpt, an awesome dwarf sculpt. The Shaniki, which is the sculpt you came up with for our Legions con table last year.
Yes.
And it was actually, I was like, again, the Leprechaun thing, the pots of gold. There's, they're quite often a bit mischievous and a bit tricksy.
They could definitely
fit in, Sons of the Red Star. And I mean, and this is your picture and your paint app that you did on, and I just thought that was, perfect representation of it. So
I've still got an unpainted one, so I know when I get that painted up which faction it's going in. That's a great idea, Mel.
Yeah,
well, I've got sorry.
Remember the story when we did the Red Star Kabira where they're in the bar and kind of what's his name? Scapular is doing he's kind of speaking in tongues, kind of out of earshot to the to the barkeeper and stuff, and you could imagine the leprechaun in the middle of there just making trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Definitely. And, yeah.
Excellent.
And that clown sculpt is just superb. I know when I said to you, Mal, that I bought one from Mark, and you looked at it and you're like, oh, God, I need one now.
And I nearly missed it then. I went to his table. I was like, to just say hello to him and say, I'll probably I still haven't ordered stuff. There's so much stuff on his site I want to order. And then I spotted it. I was like, oh, no, I need that now.
I'm actually using that as... So I probably need to get another one for Mythics too.
Yeah.
I'm using it as a yellow lantern in my lantern corps because they're fear.
Yeah.
So what's scarier than a clown that looks like that?
Yeah, definitely. But,
Yeah, we should have a limited few unpainted of this. We'll do another small run of the Shanachie and the Cosmic one. So
yeah.
Some other lovely things we'll have.
I've got
Plantry Dog Toys, Old Krampus.
Yeah, this is very cool.
So this is a cool head sculpt. It's part of his Christmas series. Still available. Here's 2 painted versions. Frosty one, a more traditional red hooded one. But you could definitely have him in the Sons of the Red Star. Again, similar to the Mal's thing with the Leprechaun, just kind of a mischief maker, kind of doing evil, going behind people's backs, that kind of stuff. And it's a great sculpt. One of the most fun paint jobs. You got all the detail on the front and then a completely flat kind of hood, so that will test your patience with a few layers of paint, as much as the front part is such fun to paint with all the little sculpted detail, and you can go crazy on that. So yeah, you like this sculpt, guys?
Yeah.
I do. I think the top one is the one I bought off you.
Could well be, yeah. I think so, yeah. Right. We have 3 more factions that have been
3 new factions.
Yeah. The new one.
Which I'd have forgotten about, John, if you hadn't reminded me. I was like, I've done my stuff. And you're like, there's 13 factions, not 10.
So I was the cause of your delay. So here we go. Unsworn Northfolk.
Yes. So my main one is the werewolf head that's on the front there. This is a Paul's Customs werewolf head sculpt. I've got unpainted and painted because the painted one Jack Mitchell did for me is amazing. But the other side of the head, which I didn't have a picture of, has got the eye scar. So hence I put the unpainted one there as well. So it's a werewolf, your typical werewolf thing really, but really long, thin snout and jaw, and absolutely huge teeth. And it's just a really, really good werewolf sculpt. So that's that one. And then what else do you have in the north but snowmen? So this is a Jason Rodriguez sculpt that I don't actually own, but he did 3 different versions, and this is the scariest, quite frankly, of the 3. So it's your typical snowman with your carrot nose, but with a row of terrifyingly big teeth and a little jaunty hat on top of his head, to give him that little snowman look, which you see just for each. So I can imagine one of those just wandering around.
Yeah, a bit like the clown on the last one.
Yeah.
With the hat.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good choices here. Mal, you went for...
This is where we had a similar idea, and I thought, well, he could fit in the Unsworn Northfolk because it could be anything at this point, couldn't it? And I think it will be anything. So this is another version of Chit Chat. This one I did. I own this one, and he's kind of dressed in a way that he looks like he could be up north. He's wearing, I think it was a Kai Labs dwarf thing that was done. And I looked him in my display, and I was like, actually, he looks like he could be in somewhere cold as he is now. And I bought a second version of this Chit Chat head to paint up for Cosmic because I love it so much. It's fantastic.
Right, how are you going to alien him up?
I might go. Noah did a good job with his dwarves of giving them colourful hair, and I might do that. It's
a good
simple
idea.
but effective. Yeah.
I went kind of similar, but the Toy Forge Chef Baldo.
That's a really cool sculpt.
I couldn't find
bought this one off you last year. I was going to buy it.
I couldn't find the apron that I'd painted as a picture. I mustn't have taken a picture of the apron, but this is the head I painted last year. Somebody bought it at LegionsCon, and it comes. You can get it as well with the apron, and then I think you've got a whole custom there. Put it on a dwarf body, or even a bigger body would still work.
Someone needs to gnome scale that down, don't they? When the gnomes are available, he would be perfect with.
Definitely.
I can't remember who did it, but someone's done a goblin one where he's wearing that sort of hat as well. So you can imagine like the dwarf chef facing off against the goblin chef.
Cooking their Gaspar sausages.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So super fun. And I think it fits in with the North folk as well.
And I loved what you did with like the real greasy headband on it. You know, I loved that.
Yeah. Well, he's clearly working in the kitchens at the back of Burris's tavern, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, being ordered around by a gnome. It's got to be tough. Right, then we're on to the sect of Arethyr.
So, a couple of different options here. My main choice, and I'm hoping someone's got one of these painted at LegionsCon because I want one, is an Oriental dragon. So obviously, the little dragon that comes with the priestess is an Oriental dragon. So this is a Jason Rodriguez sculpt. You can have it with or without massively long whiskers. Massively long whiskers look cool, but I'd imagine they're a real break hazard.
Yeah.
But it's what you'd expect from an Oriental dragon. The sort of wooden tree-like antlers, big beard, really cool sculpt. And then on the one on the right, the honourable mention is Wufu Dragon from Wolf King Customs. Again, an Oriental style dragon, but not as fancy as the other one. This would be a scrapper dragon. And the blue version that everyone can see on the screen is one that John painted. So I wanted one to see what it would look like. I've got a painted one by John that's not that one, but I didn't have time to get a picture of it. So
is that a green one? Because I think I remember
it is a green one. Yeah,
doing it in green as well.
Yeah. So two really cool sculpts, and I think they, if the sect of Azarius worships dragons, then why can't they have dragon members?
Absolutely. Mal, you have gone for...
Yeah, so I racked my brain and racked my brain and racked my brain. And because I was like, what is it this faction has in, what is it? What's the core of this faction? And I came to that. It's the Asian theme, isn't it? It's East Asian, Oriental theme. And I probably don't own any sculpts. So this is one where I had to cheat a bit and go digging around and say, well, what do I like? What's cool? And actually, I didn't know this one existed, and I actually really like this sculpt. So I might have to buy this one. And it's the half-mask Shadow Ninja Kitsune. And I thought it was a fun one because it brings an animal creature-y type thing to the sect of Azarius, whilst also being a very Asian concept. Well, lots of Asian concepts smushed into one thing. And it's sold by Wolf King Customs. And it's fox head, but he's wearing like a ninja mask. But then there is one where he's not got. He's just like wearing, as if he's wearing a hood, like most ninjas do. But then this one's got like almost the samurai mask on as well. And I think that added those teeth, just add to the sculpt and make it look, that just looks, really cool. As I say, I think digging around, I now want this sculpt. So,
well, Mal, I've got one that I don't want, so it's yours, dude. You're welcome to it.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll don't want anything for it. You're just welcome to it. I will hand it over next time I see you.
Yeah, cheers.
Awesome. Well, just pop it in his mailbox there in Birmingham next weekend.
Not unless he's moved house.
Listen. Okay. I went with this one. Wolf King Customs used to be Legion's shop before that. The Cthulhu. So I think this is the faction you could bring this one in. Wanted to get this sculpt in somewhere, and I thought, this sect, why not have tentacled, fishy, catty head dude. Yeah. And another wonderful sculpt to paint. I mean, super, super fun. And that's the one
a great sculpt. I've got one that I've used for Cosmic. I think some people are calling it the Katamari as well. So it's just a really cool sculpt.
Yeah, right. I ended up buying one that I think David Williams painted for Legion Shop when Jeremy was selling them through Legion shop.
David painted mine, but I asked for a slightly different colour scheme to the one who's doing it at Legion's Con. So yeah.
Well, it matches the orc body, the one I've got. So
Yeah.
That's what I've done.
Very cool. Right. Last faction. The Order of Eathyron. Dragony.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's, military dragon faction. Therefore, I want a dragon soldier or a lizardy soldier as part of that. So this is a really cool Jason Rodriguez sculpt, I believe it is. Yes. That came out relatively recently. It's got it's almost like a dinosaur crossed with a dragon sort of thing. So it's got a really big horned plate at the back, almost like a Triceratops type look. Lots of 2 horns at the front, the side horns, there's a side frill. It's absolutely enormous teeth. There's a painted version on the right there that's one used in Cosmic, which I never thought to use in Cosmic, but actually looks really good. And I like the fact that they've done different color scales on the top crest. So I've nicked part of that idea, and I'm currently having the head sculpt painted as a vampire, but with little bits of Olek blue on the scales. So that's the color he was before he was turned, and then I've got another sculpt similar to not the same as this, but another lizardy dinosaur type, and they're going to be brothers that were separated. One was turned into vampire, one's still lizard. They're going to fight. So yeah, so I think the Order of Eathyron, yes, there's lots of human knights, but let's have some dragon and lizard men warriors there as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, speaking of human knights in the Order of Eathyron,
Just to finish kissing my co-host's asses, No, I actually, I was going to put this in Order of Eathyron because I don't own any of these head sculpts yet, but I intend to because I've got a plan.
I was going to say, you son of a gun.
Yeah, well, I've got a plan. It's something I'm going to do with them that hopefully is a little bit left field.
Going to put them in Cosmic.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I was looking at this one when I was going to put it in Eathyron. I was like, hang on, the style of that dragon mask actually is very Eathyr-like. So yeah, I thought, there you go, Sir Richard. This is so everyone knows what we're talking about. We're talking about the Sir Richard head sculpt that has a dragon helmet on it. You could pick any one of there's 2 with helmets which fit better because of the helmet. One with an eye patch, one without.
An eye patch. Mm-hmm. And the eye patch has got a dragon on it because it's a Welsh flag eye patch.
The Welsh flag. And okay, I mean, it means people painting this. It's meant to be red, really, isn't it? The helmet, but
that could be any colour.
Yeah, I mean, green, and I actually think it could work as a nice alternative to the 2 head sculpts we're getting in anyway with the Eathyr figures. And it's from Propmaster, so I don't know if I said that, but yeah. It is
this way people can get some damn handsome head sculpts into their Eathyr faction.
It is a very good, without being, massaging certain egos here that don't need it. It is actually a cool head sculpt. It is good.
Ironic that his head is the smallest on the screen.
It's the only way it fits on.
Well, I hate to be boring, Rich, but I picked this one as well.
Great minds.
Even in a Eathyr color scheme, who knew? I didn't even know back then. So there you go. So
you're right, that helmet does work well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it can definitely, get to Prop Masters, get this in advance. Apologies, it's Rich's face, but, some green stuff could fix that. Helmet's fantastic. Yeah, so that's it. We're done.
Awesome.
Well, some awesome pieces in that one.
Yeah,
that was really fun. I enjoyed that.
Well, I hope the listeners did and enjoy. And next week we're back with 3D parts news. And then after that we might have a week off, depending on whether we can or not record when I'm on the road. Let's see. Otherwise, talk to you next week. Cheers.
Remember, everybody, stay safe out there. If you get the Oriental Dragon and its whiskers break off, they're going to be sharp. Don't stand on them. Stay safe.